maybe a few slow years, and then you made a triple this summer and got that new contract. Big shining star that you are right now.
Yeah, I feel that everything goes in cycles, and sprints are no different. You know, you're gonna come to a phase where everybody is, you know, at the top, and then of course they have to come back down, and then you go back up again. And right now we're back on the upswing, and it's really exciting to see because there's a lot of Americans who are doing really well in sprints.
Do you feel any pressure that keeping, staying on top because there's so many people chasing you?
Well, I gotta be personal about it. I mean, I just PR'd and increased my 60 by so much. They should be scared of me.
What did you make of the Michael Johnson announcement last week and that new league that's coming? Is that something that you would like to be part of?
Yeah, I mean, I of course want to hear about it first. I don't want to jump on something that I don't know anything about. But I always have ears out for anything new, anything that could be, you know, innovative, breaking the walls, breaking the wheels of what we have now. So, of course, I've already asked my agent to give me more information, but we'll see what he comes back with.
No, midway through the race today, it looked like you were about as close as you were to Christian in Albuquerque, but he was able to hold you off a little bit more. Like, what were you thinking at that point in the race?
Yeah, I noticed that moment too, because I was about to, you know, hit that Albuquerque move, and I don't know, it just didn't hit today. It was really weird because I could feel it coming, and then it just didn't happen. But I'm not worried about it. I mean, 3 rounds in one day, you know, 6:44. I mean, 6:43 is my VR, so I'm not too worried about it.
Right,
I'm pretty excited.
6:44 at sea level is pretty comparable to 6:43 at altitude, right? So these are pretty similar. Would you say these were similar performances?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, there's barely any different. I mean, when you look at the numbers, when you go back and you know, you look at the 10-meter increments, you're probably only going to find one 10-meter increment that was different than the rest. So, very satisfied, very happy.
Do you think you had a 6:41 in you? I mean, that's what it took to win.
I definitely do. I definitely felt like I had a 6:41 in me, but it just didn't happen. But those are races. That's what we have the race for.
Yeah. And do you feel like you accomplished everything you wanted to this indoor season? Like, how would you grade it?
Besides getting the gold, I definitely do. I mean, I was telling Justin Gatlin at USA is that every time I run and get on the track in the 60, it's just icing and sprinkles on top. You know, it's just adding more fuel to the fire. It's just gaining more confidence. It's just running more back-to-back 6.4s. And I mean, I'm always going to be excited about that.
Yeah. What message does your 60 success send to the guys in the 100 coming out to us now?
It shows that you ain't going to be able to run away from me in the beginning of that race anymore. And I hope you've been working on your top end because I've been working on my acceleration.
Yeah, you said you were doing some 200 stuff this week, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, we haven't really even got to get in, like, I think my coach let me do a fly for the first time last week. And I was like, dang, I haven't even noticed we haven't done a fly yet. So.
Wait, tell me, what's a fly?
Fly is basically you pick, so it depends. You can do like in between, so we start at the starting line and you're running as fast as you can between 2 points. And those 2 points usually are like 20 meters, sometimes 30 meters. And trying to get your fastest margin in between those two marks. So usually my flies are like, but when I'm in championship mode, they're like 5.1 or 2.51, somewhere around there. And during this time, they're usually around 2.6, 2.7. So before we came over here, they were 2.72. So I was like, okay, so I'm about where I am last year. I just got more power, more of an engine, more weight. So it's pretty cool to see, actually.
Yeah. And Coach Brownman mentioned you've been going in the weight room trying to add muscle to improve that power at your start. Like, have you been able to feel that in races?
Oh, yeah.
The extra strength?
It's been a huge difference. I mean, where I've had to like constantly just think, oh, I got to be so much more powerful. It just comes naturally now. And I'm not overthinking it. It's just like, all right, let me just do, you know? And it's not an issue of I have to stress all my muscles to get 1 ounce of what could be my greatest start. I'm constantly getting what I need out of the start.
All right, thank you. Congrats.